At my subway, you would spend your entire 5 to 6 hour work shift with only one other person. And you didn't get to pick that peculiar partner you were spending your precious period with. So that meant I was stuck with some... And one of those characters was really, and he would specifically talk to me about it because I was the only other person there and all we could do for fun was watching Bread Ride.
Are you sure about?
Told me about scrying using black mirrors and that it's a common misconception that you can get stuck in the mirror, but that's just a myth, that doesn't actually happen. Which is a good thing because getting stuck in a mirror is something I'm constantly worried about. Oh, and he told me that every illness is in your head and that hospitals can already cure anything, but they're not going to because if they cure you, they're going to lose a customer. So he's just going to stick to his essential oils and non-vaccinated immune. Listen, you can believe whatever you want to believe, as long as it's not hurting yourself or others, okay? But denying modern medicine?
No! 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 You can't do that! No!
Since there were still 4 hours of the workday left and I didn't want to argue with him, I would just respond with,
No!
Even though he didn't trust hospitals or doctors, he really believed in the benefits of medical marijuana. I learned something about myself that day, and that is, I'm obsessed with bits of medical marijuana. Even though I didn't believe a word he said, I would still ask him questions just to get him talking. Wait, so you're telling me that everything in Naruto is real? Something about talking to him and hearing his perspective was fascinating. This human that I share a planet with exists. Is a crazy person. A crazy person is not someone who has a weird hobby or owns a pet snake. Amount of evidence pointing to one idea believes in the latter. I'm not a psychologist, and maybe I should have consulted one before making this video. I don't know where to even begin talking to crazy people. Their worldview is just so much different than mine. A crazy person will think that someone who has no reason to is lying. NASA's lying about the moon landing. I don't trust NASA. Hospitals are lying about medicine. I don't trust doctors. The government's lying about... well, a lot of things. They're lizard people. Okay, that one might be true. However, on the internet, there's an overwhelming abundance of crazy people. Yeah, only crazy people stay inside wasting hours of their life behind computer screens. One of my guilty pleasures is that while I'm working, I will listen to crazy people talk for hours. It's weirdly my version of ASMR. I've tried listening to podcasts and audiobooks or anything that's good for my brain about listening to a 50-year-old genuinely tell you about his alien abduction. And it only has 300 views? This man was contacted by aliens, people! Why isn't he on the cover of Time magazine? YouTube will teach you everything you need to know about aliens. Did you know that aliens traveled millions of light years to build pyramids, stomp on our corn, and abduct a couple of crackpots? So much evidence proving that the moon isn't even real! Wake up, sheeple! I gotta be honest, I don't think flat earthers are real. I think they're all just a bunch of trolls trying to get people like me to hate humanity. So I'm sorry, I just can't accept that flat earthers are real. I mean, I have nothing to back up this idea though. I guess it's just a crazy theory of mine. Wait. Here's a lighthearted conspiracy for you. Some people think that the creators of the Sonic movie bad in the first trailers as a marketing ploy. Everyone was outraged about the bad designs and ended up talking about it, giving the movie free promotion. Meanwhile, the executives were planning to use the better designed Sonic all along. The evidence for this is... well, I'm talking about the Sonic movie right now, so I'm contributing to the theory that this was all for publicity. And honestly, I might have believed this conspiracy theory if this movie didn't exist. If it wasn't for the Cats movie, I would have thought Hollywood knew what they were doing too. But because it's current year, and these types of things can still get past test screenings, I think sometimes Hollywood is just no good. I could be totally wrong though. If anyone watching worked on this movie and wants to be a whistleblower, let me know in the comments.